Well, this was a ship out of luck. A Carnival Vista cruise ship traveling in the past week from Galveston, Texas, to Belize had a COVID-19 outbreak along the way. And everyone who ended up testing positive for the COVID-19 coronavirus had been previously vaccinated. That's because nearly all of the crew members and passengers on the ship had already gotten COVID-19 vaccines. According to an August 11 report from the Belize Tourism Board, the ship was carrying 2,895 guests and 1,441 crew, with 96.5% of the passengers and 99.98% of the crew vaccinated. They didn't clarify if vaccinated meant fully vaccinated or what specific vaccines everyone had gotten. So far, 27 people, 26 crew members and 1 passenger, have tested positive for the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2. All 27 affected had already been vaccinated, and apparently, most are asymptomatic or have very mild symptoms, in the words of the Belize Tourism Board report. After crew members were placed in isolation and contact tracing was performed, passengers then were able to disembark in Belize. The cruise ship has since implemented additional COVID-19 precautions, such requiring more face mask wearing indoors, having crew members wear N95 masks, and shutting down crew social areas. Going forward, Carnival will require guests to have negative rapid tests before boarding, regardless of their vaccination status. All of this doesn't mean that the COVID-19 vaccines don't offer any protection. That would be like having your pants fall down in the middle of a job interview or date and saying, "See, this proves that pants don't do anything." The COVID-19 outbreak could have been much worse had more people not been vaccinated. Who knows how many more people could have been infected? Plus, those who got infected could have ended having worse COVID-19 and worse outcomes had they not received the COVID-19 vaccines previously. This Carnival outbreak is a reminder, though, that while the COVID-19 vaccines can offer very good protection, they are not perfect. They are not like full-body concrete condoms. You typically don't walk into a party and say, "I've got some underwear on and am ready to mingle." Similarly, don't walk into any public place and say, "I'm fully vaccinated, I'm indestructible, and I'm ready for some social closening." Even though you may be fully vaccinated, it's important to still maintain other COVID-19 precautions like social distancing and face mask wearing. This is especially true aboard a cruise ship. Cruise ships can be wet dreams or buffets for the COVID-19 coronavirus. After all, such ships can pack quite a few people together into relatively close quarters. And people typically don't stay confined in their cabins during the whole trip. Otherwise, they could have just stayed at home and put their beds on rocking machines. As a result, cruise ships can have lots of shared surfaces and airspace that may be easily contaminated.